Hello class, this is your first video. We are going to talk about in this video a couple of things. First, the 5 themes of geography, and second, the natural versus agricultural resources in Texas. So with the first slide, I am going to show you a video about the 5 themes of geography. What I want you to do as you watch this video, I want you to write down the 5 themes of geography as you see them. Remember, you can always pause this video at any time, okay, whenever you're writing. If you are a pre-AP class, I want you to write down the 5 themes of geography and their definitions. If you're an academic class, I just want you to write out the 5 themes of geography as you watch this video.
When you're trying to understand a place as complex and varied as Texas, you begin to see what a help it is to break things down into the 5 themes of geography: location, place, human-environment relationships, movement, and regions. Location tells you where things are, from Amarillo to El Paso to the Gulf of Mexico. Place is about the features that give any location its own character, and region is about organizing places in terms of qualities they have in common. 2 themes are especially helpful in thinking about the human side of geography. The theme of human-environment relationships is about the relationship between people and their surroundings. Part of that relationship is about how people adapt to the land by learning to use the natural resources of an area, or by growing crops that do well in that climate. At the same time, people also change the land to suit their own needs, for example, by irrigating fields and building dams. The theme of movement is about the way people, goods, and ideas move from place to place, and how that motion causes change. One good example is when Europeans came to Texas, bringing new technologies, different ways of thinking, and, unintentionally, bringing European diseases that wiped out many Native Americans. Thinking about themes in geography is one good way to make sense of our Texas.
Okay, again, if you did not write out the 5 themes of geography or the definitions if you're a pre-AP class, go ahead and go back and do that right now. If you have, then let's move on. Okay, so what you're going to do right now is you're going to divide, or you're going to go to page 5 of your ISN first. Okay, so go ahead. I'm going to give you a second. If you want to pause this video, go ahead and pause it. But go ahead and go to page 5 of your ISN. Okay, so once you are on page 5 of your ISN, I want you to divide it into 2. I want you to draw a horizontal line through the center of your page. That's a line that goes side to side. Okay, I want a top half of the page and a bottom half of the page. Alright, for the top half of the page, you're going to title it Natural versus Agricultural Resources. Alright, and what I want you to do is I want you to copy this down. Natural resource and agriculture resource. Alright, and then we're going to talk about what these mean. Okay, so again, remember, as I talk, you can always pause so that you can write. Okay, so the first thing is a natural resource. What is a natural resource? Well, a natural resource is something that is found in nature and is valuable to humans. So I want you to copy this down, natural resource, and something that is found in nature and is valuable to humans. Go ahead and copy that down now. Okay. The next thing is an agriculture resource. Alright, so you're going to copy down agriculture resource. And what is an agriculture resource? An agriculture resource is the science or occupation of cultivating or using the soil to produce crops and raise livestock. Okay, animals like cattle and pigs, these are agriculture resources. Okay, crops, things that we grow, these are agriculture resources. Alright, a natural resource is something that is found naturally in earth, okay, such as minerals, forests, alright, different types of animals that you find in the wild, mountains, rivers. These are naturally occurring resources that are found on earth. That is why they are called natural resources. Again, I want you to pause this video if you have not already copied this down. Okay? So what I want you to do now is I want you to think, and I want you with your group to come up with one example for a natural resource that you don't already see on the screen, and one example of an agriculture resource that you don't already see on the screen. Okay, so the bottom half of page 5, what I want you to do is I want you to divide it into 4 boxes. Okay, so using the bottom half of page 5, go ahead and divide it into 4 boxes as you see. We're going to copy down what we see into each box. Okay, so the first box you are going to write down natural resource examples. Okay, so an example of a natural resource is people tend to migrate to these resources, so natural resources. For example, a river. Okay, why do people migrate to river? I want you to pause the video and think about, why do people migrate towards rivers? Okay, so people migrate to rivers because it's a natural resource. Why do people need rivers? For water. Okay, maybe if you're a farmer, all right, you would definitely want to be close to a natural water resource. Okay, maybe not so much nowadays, but back before they had the technology we have right now, they definitely wanted to be next to the river. Okay, that's an example of people migrating towards a natural resource. Okay, in the next box, I want you to write down agriculture, farming, resource examples, and then we're going to give some examples here. Okay, so some examples of a natural resource. Okay, you're going to write them down in this bottom left-hand box. Okay, again, these are examples of natural resources: air, water, copper, wood, oil and gas, wind energy, hydroelectric energy, iron, and coal. The only one that you need to copy down right now is oil and gas. All right, because that's what you are going to be tested over. Anytime you see anything that is highlighted, you 100% for sure want to write that down because you will be tested over it. All right. So again, something that occurs naturally are oil and gas. Okay, those are things that occur naturally in Earth. Okay. Examples of agriculture resources we're going to write down in the bottom right-hand box. Some things that we can plant: corn, cotton, wheat, tobacco, rice, etc. These are things that we farm. Okay, so again, copy these down: corn, cotton, and wheat. Those are the only ones you really need to write down. I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, so once you've written that down, that's the end of the video. We're going to have a lot of videos like this coming up in the year. I appreciate your time. Thanks.